Hello and welcome back. Thanks for tuning in again. It was a perfect morning for running. Not too hot, not too cold, though I did actually find that it was quite, my hands were quite cold actually when I got back. I didn't actually notice it until I got back. It was only when I started the car up and, felt me steering wheel that I thought, oh, my fingers are a bit cold, so I'll definitely be using running gloves on Monday. I just got back from my second run of the year. As I said in the last video, I'm taking it slowly, building back from basically from poor performance in the winter, and also still getting over the viral infection. But but I was happy that I managed to at 5k in half hour, so that's good. That's quite positive. So what's today about? Well, you probably already know because you looked at the title. This is a first impression review of my new Puma Velocity Nitro 2 running shoes. And out of the box, I mean, look at them. Look, they're an amazing looking trainer. I'd say, when I first clapped eyes on them when I took them out of the box, they sort of remind me a little bit about like the Saucony Timbara shoe, mainly because of these like little holes here. That's kind of like that's why, and the general feel of them as well. Out of the box though, they look really great. I'm very impressed. And my first impression is good to excellent. So on my normal scale of poor, fair, good, excellent and wow, so an overall average of 7 out of 10. That's initially, that's before I've gone out on my run. And also remember, this is an initial review after a short 5-mile run, so nowhere near the 50 miles I need to put in these to get some idea how they're going to last. Lockdown, I have to give these shoe a 9 for lockdown. The fit is absolutely perfect and true to size for a men's size 10. I didn't feel uncomfortable at all. Like I was, what shoe was it I felt uncomfortable, and it took me a while to kind of like, oh, the Brooks blistering. Yeah, these are a great trainer for looks. They're a great trainer for comfort, and lockdown for me is really important. I don't know if you know, but in my other video, the one I did on me Nova Blast Freeze that I've now retired, I got new because the heel guard wore down so much that I wasn't getting a firm lockdown, but that's not the case for these. I'd say these shoes lock down better than any other shoe I've had, and I've had loads. But anyway, I could, running in these, I just got on with me run without any concerns, about chafing and rubbing on the toes or heels or anything. Although the lockdowns look good and they're comfortable and they fit good, I could probably do with a tiny bit more room in the toe box. So being a 10, I'll probably, if I could choose again, I'd probably say that a 10.5 is probably better. So for that reason, I'll give them a 9 for comfort. Ride. I wouldn't say that these are strictly speaking a cushion shoe like the A6 Nova Blast. as you can see, you know, from there's not really a great deal of give in these. Though there is, and when I first checked them for sponginess, I was actually squeezing the heel, and there's virtually no give in that. But it's only when I noticed what they call the nitro foam, that's actually really spongy. So unlike the Nova Blast shoe where the sponge is at the bottom, with these you've got the rubberized sole on the bottom, and then whatever this material is here is equally as unforgiving as the rubber. And then you've got the bouncy bit here. If I had to describe these shoes, I'd say that they are a slightly cushioned stability shoe, and because of that I experienced a little bit more knee soreness than usual. So the jury is still out as to whether these will last a full season, for me that is, but they're certainly a good daily running shoe. My only concern really for the shoe is breathability. If you feel inside, there's like, you see with the Saucony Kinvara, this is what I mean about the comparison earlier, but you've got the little eyelets at the front here. Now with the Kinvara you can see through to the toes, yeah, which is, so in the summer they're perfect where the air comes in and you feel, you know, great. With these you've got the eyelets there, but underneath there's a layer of padding. So I mean, yeah, I'd have to say that these like little eyelets are for show, if anything, because the padding underneath won't let the air through. But again, this is only a guess because it's not the summer yet and I don't know, but you know, that's just a feeling. So yeah, I'll give them a 4 for breathability. Less padding in the front and all round really would make these a great all year round shoe. Yeah, so you know, removing this double padding, removing this double padding would expose the toes to far more improved airflow. So you know, Puma, if you're watching, maybe you could try that for the next version. Personally, I was just like, I don't understand actually why manufacturers do this. Personally myself, I'd rather have less material on the shoe and change socks depending on the weather conditions, rather than the manufacturer actually deciding, oh, we'll put these padding in here, you know, to keep them warm. I mean, sometimes you don't want to be warm, do you? Especially, you know, when it's roasting hot out there, 80 degrees. So, you know, from that standpoint, with me Nova Blast shoes, they lasted me all year round. I ran them in the winter, I raced in them, and I also used them in the summer, the winter and the spring, so all year round, you know. And never once did I think, oh, I'm too hot or I'm too cold in them, you know, mainly because I chose the sock. The weight, these are actually a heavy shoe. I was shocked, to be honest, because the stack height isn't as high as the Nova Blast 2 or 3, but the Velocity Nitro is sort of like comparable in weight to the Nova Blast, and also the New Balance 780 V5s, Nike Invincible 3 and the Saucony Tempest. coming in at 274 grams, which in my opinion is too heavy for what they are, but definitely not too shabby despite their weight. I didn't actually feel that when I was running, that's why it was a shock. With very little change, these shoes could be on par with the Saucony Kinvara, because that's what they remind me of from a look standpoint. Removing this inner line and padding, and completely removing the sole part here, that, that would bring them down to under 300 grams, making them, for me, like an ideal all-rounder. I mean, I'd be able to use them. If they made these changes to this shoe, I'd be able to run in these every day, no matter what I'm doing. The sole, despite me moans about them, I thought it was actually really good grip on these. I know it wasn't actually icy out this morning, so I couldn't give them like a thorough test, but I tried to like find like different sort of like terrains to run on, and I did pavements, I did gravel, I did dry dirt and damp dirt. I avoided puddles because of the colour. Yeah, but anyway, when I say avoided puddles, I mean I avoided muddy puddles. So, the grip was good. I'd have to give them a 10 for grip. Longevity, it's a bit hard to say at this stage. If I had to guess, I'd have to say they'll easily pass 500 miles, but we'll see. The sole is strong, so it should last 1,000 miles. I'm not a particularly heavy runner, so I'm not going to wear them out maybe as fast as some people, but as you know, I did like 4,000 miles in my Nova Blast. We'll see how these compare. I do actually record mileage on my Diamond Connect. That tells me how many miles I've run in a shoe. So the shoe, the heel and that, not the heel, what am I on about? The sole should last 1,000 miles, but I'm not sure if the heel guard will last, as I'm quite heavy in this part of the shoe, and that's the main reason why I change shoes. I.e., when the heel guard goes, I don't get the lockdown, and I start getting feet injuries, and it's just not worth it. So the jury's still out on that as well. Price has to be a 10. You'll be really hard pushed to get a pair of shoes of this quality for £50, and I can't overstate how amazing they look. For 50 quid, I mean, these are probably the second best looking trainers I've ever owned, and I've owned loads. I've lost count. And well, obviously the dementia, I can't remember back as I can't remember what sort of like trainers I ran in before Saucony. So I have to say this is a great start for Puma. I can see, I know they've returned back to running again, and I can see them, becoming a force to be reckoned with in the coming years. So in a nutshell, my first impression, I really like them, and I will continue to do my daily runs in them. If the knees start complaining too much, I'll have to, set them aside for late winter running, because they're undoubtedly a very warm shoe. Due to the double layer in the toe box, and also my legs tend to be a little bit stronger later in the year. Overall, first impression score is 6 out of 10. Hopefully that score will increase over time once the shoe's worn in a bit. So watch out for the 50 mile and 200 mile reviews, and I promise to keep you posted. Now, the all-important question, would I recommend these to a friend? At this stage, no. Although I'm wavering. It's way too early to say. I mean, they don't actually leap out at me out of the box like a more mature and seasoned shoe like the Kinvara or Tempest. I think on second thoughts I probably would recommend, but I'd also warn of the potential injuries. What am I on about? But also warn of the potential issues. Though to be honest, it's too soon to give 100% clarity. If lockdown is your thing, I'd give them a go. So you'll be really, really hard pushed to find better. If like me, you're injury prone in the legs, perhaps not yet, at least until I put some more mileage on them. So the company I purchased these from, I've never heard of them before. They are called Start Fitness. That's startfitness.co.uk. A great price, lowest in the UK, 50 quid. I mean, that's like amazing for a pair of, I mean, these aren't like top shoes, if you know what I mean, but having that said that, they're definitely worth more than 50 quid. So yeah, lowest price shoe in the UK for these shoes. Start Fitness have a 5-star review on Trustpilot, and to be honest with you, I can see why. They do actually, I don't know why, companies like this can provide stuff a lot cheaper than elsewhere, but looking at their catalogue, they do seem to sell a lot of stuff that's lower than what you'd expect. Also, though, I got them in 2 days. I was happy with that as well. I wasn't actually expecting them till Monday, but they came incidentally. It's funny actually. I was just about to go out for a run, and I got one shoe on, and the doorbell rang. And when I looked at me ring, it was the blooming bloke from Avery. I thought, blimey, that can't be the shoes already. And when I got there, it was like the box. I said to him, wow. I said, that's fantastic timing, mate. So yeah, I got to review my shoe before I was expecting to, so I was happy about that. So yeah, 2 days delivery time, and I opted for Avery Courier, as Royal Mail haven't been that great lately. But there was a delivery cost of $4.95. That said, I did actually give my own 5-star review on Trustpilot for this company, and I'll definitely be using them again. I'll put a link in the description to the shoe. There's no affiliate link in here. I don't do that. It's just a direct link. I don't get anything back if you buy the shoe. I mean, worst case, for that cost, you can get them for 50 quid, and if they're no good for you, just use them for the odd occasion, or even sell them. I'm sure you could sell them if you only put like 5 mile in or whatever. You could always say unused, and sell them probably for more than 50 quid. So in my next video, I'll be reviewing my new compression socks, and on Monday I'll be posting a no-holds-bar opinion on the Alzheimer's Society. I've been actually looking forward to doing this video for a long while. I've actually finished it now, and I'm just waiting until Monday to post it. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment below, and if you'd like more content, please like and subscribe. Take care. Thank you. Bye bye.